I feel like I have fallen into more contest skating than filming, but more recently I have been wanting to get back into filming and focusing on that more. But yeah, I've always grown up a competitive person, like playing hockey and sports and everything. So like doing a contest is just super fun to me because it's kind of just like what can you do on the spot that's like the best. Like what do you have on the spot? Like if you've never skated that, you could have skated that spot before, and you have some tricks you still want to do, and you've never tried them, and that could be the perfect time to try it. Or like something completely new to you, and you just gotta come up with everything off the rip, and it just really tests your skating and your skills and your ability. I feel like it's always drawn me to it because I don't know. I just feel like it's the perfect time to highlight and showcase what you could really do. You know?
Yeah, I could see the energy when you were going for the 900 alley TopSoul at Bitter Cold. Did you ever land that? Like,
no, not yet.
It's gonna happen, and that's gonna be the first ever because you came pretty close a couple of times on that too.
Yeah, so I've tried that on that obstacle twice in my life, and I actually did get closer to it. It was like 4 years before that when I tried it, and I locked it, but the way I spun, I went so high that I couldn't control myself when I came back down, and I would just bash off the coping and go into the ramp. And yeah, bitter cold, I hit my leg or my shin or my calf off of it, and it just made my leg go dead and start shaking. Couldn't put my weight down. So, but yeah, I haven't tried it again yet, and I plan on it. I still think that's going to be the obstacle I do it on, but we'll see. If I run into something and it feels right, then so be it. Maybe I'll try it again. But for now, it's looking like that's going to be the one I do it on.
Dude, can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a wild one. I feel like you need to be in like a contest mode or like some kind. That can't be just like your average Monday, like 900 all TopSoul. There needs to be like a moment that like brings it out of you, like a contest or an event. But yeah.
And at bitter cold, I felt like I kind of blew my tricks too early, and I kind of used too many of them too quick in like the semis and the qualifier round, and then I hit the finals, and I'm like, what do I do now, dude? I kind of landed everything I wanted to do. And I was like, well, I've wanted to try this, so might as well just give it a shot, see what happens. And yeah, it didn't go as planned, but
no, I know exactly what you mean. And shout out to Luke, the champion of the Bitter Cold Showdown last year, which was like awesome. He absolutely killed it. And at least someone brought it home, right? But back to Michigan. But ultimately, I agree with you. I think that you did like some of the biggest tricks of the event, like during the semis, and it's something that like when you're skating contests, you learn that there's like this kind of flow and there's like a time, like the best time to like land something is at like the last minute or so when they're like really trying to like wrap it up, and like the last 5 minutes of the it's very important. So it's not so much, a lot of those events is not so much about skill and capability. It's kind of a bit, timing is a big factor, strategy and things like that. But I could definitely agree with you. Like when you look at the after edits, for example, and you weren't there and didn't see how it got pieced up, you could assume it went one way or another way. But the way like contests run is like semis and then finals. But I agree. I think that 540 TTP was like one of like the biggest moments of the event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've had a lot of people tell me like they feel like I should have placed at least at bitter cold and stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't think it was mostly people I don't think were actually there in person and actually realized that most of the tricks I land were in the semifinals and not the finals. And how some contests are run, the finals are completely separate from the semis. Like if you don't land anything in the finals, that's a completely different scoreboard than what the semis were.
Right.
You know? So,
and that's what I think that's why it's important for events to be clear from very beginning on what the criteria for scoring is. Some events go like, the the first round, the semis, and the finals, and then everything is taken into account. You see that happen more frequently with like street contests as of these days. Like it's the whole day of skating gets taken into account. But traditionally, it's been everything separate, and then the finals are the finals, and that's it. Like I think otherwise, it's like it puts a one way puts like a much tougher load on the judges. Like, it's like you have to judge the entire day and all the criteria. Kind of
so much.
Yeah, it compartmentalizes it for the judges. I think a bit makes it more manageable. But I agree. It's hard to like tell if you weren't at the event and you're just watching the edit. The edit doesn't tell the full story. If you were there at the event, then you'll know that like you had some huge moments. But Luke during the finals was like absolutely on. And I don't think he missed a trick. So I think the judges got it right. But I know what you mean. It's tough. It's tough during timing and criteria. But I think regardless, like both you guys, like looking back, end up being winners because in like you guys both shine so much in the edit. And like I said, it goes back to Michigan. You guys brought it home, held it down for the home state.
Yeah, I think it felt really good to do that with Luke too, because when we were younger, we lost Brett Urbis, and that was like Luke's mentor and huge inspiration to me as well. And then I lost Luke Grappa the year before Bitter Cold. So just going out there and putting on for the homies too, it's like, and one of us taking it home, that was such a huge moment. I feel like